Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayana Namaskrityam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naranjayana
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devi Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Ashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Nashtapraya Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naichiti
Bhakti Bhagavate Nastiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagoparaya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namah.
Om Tassat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, text number 35. 1:19:35. The appearance of Sukadeva Goswami. The chapter name is The Appearance of Sukadeva Goswami. So please repeat the sloka behind me. Api me bhagavan prītaḥ.
Api me bhagavan prītaḥ.
Kṛṣṇaḥ pāṇḍu-suta-priyaḥ.
pāṇḍu-suta-priyaḥ.
paitṛ-ṣvaseya-prīty-arthaṁ.
paitṛ-ṣvaseya-prīty-arthaṁ.
tad-gotrasyātta-bāndhavaḥ.
tad-gotrasyātta-bāndhavaḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Api.
Api.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Me. Unto me. Bhagavan. The personality of Godhead.
The personality of Godhead.
prītaḥ. Pleased. Kṛṣṇaḥ. The Lord. pāṇḍu-suta. The sons of King Pāṇḍu. Priyaḥ. Here. Paitṛ. In relation with the father. Svaseya. The sons of the sister. Prīti. Satisfaction. Artham. In the matter of. Tad. There. Gotrasya. Of the descendant. Ātta. Accepted. Bāndhavaḥ. As a friend. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Avinda A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Lord Kṛṣṇa, the personality of Godhead, who is very dear to the sons of King Pāṇḍu, has accepted me as one of those relatives, just to please his great cousins and brothers. Purport. A pure and exclusive devotee of the Lord serves his family interest more dexterously than others, who are attached to illusory family affairs. Generally, people are attached to family matters, and the whole economic impetus of human society is moving under the influence of family affection. Such deluded persons have no information that one can render better service to the family by becoming a devotee of the Lord. The Lord gives special protection to the family members and descendants of a devotee, even though such members are themselves non-devotees. Mahārāja Prahlāda was a great devotee of the Lord, but his father Hiraṇyakaśipu was a great atheist and a declared enemy of the Lord. But despite all this, Hiraṇyakaśipu was awarded salvation due to his being the father of Mahārāja Prahlāda. The Lord is so kind that he gives all protection to the family members of his devotee, and thus the devotee has no need to bother about his family members, even if one leaves such family members aside to discharge devotional service. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira and his brothers were the sons of Kunti, the parental aunt of Lord Kṛṣṇa, and Mahārāja Parīkṣit admits the patronage of Lord Kṛṣṇa because of his being the only grandson of the great Pandavas. Hare Krishna. Ajnāna-timirandasya jnānāñjana-śalākaya chakṣurunmilitamena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. Namo Vishnu-pādāya Krishna-prishthāya putre Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pāṣāśya Deśadarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to talk the 35th sloka. So this is the continuation of when Parikshit Maharaj sat on the bank of Ganges. All the sages are assembled there. Sukadeva Goswami also came over there. Now he is glorifying, till yesterday we discussed, he was glorifying, till the previous sloka, we discussed that he was glorifying the Sukadeva Goswami. So how great he was, how great the pure devotee was. And today he is talking about, he is praising the Lord. So how Lord is merciful. So how here you can see, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Kṛṣṇa, when he appeared in this material world, he was in the main, if you see the Mahabharata, the main core, if you see the overview, you can the one line we can say that Krishna wanted to re-establish the Dharma, and he was very dear to the Pandavas. So that is the only highlighted in all over the places, that only highlighted, because whatever the situation with the Pandavas, Krishna was always with them. He was always guiding them, even though when they are in the Ajnana, Vanvas and Ajnanavas, all over the places he was guiding them. Even in the Kurukshetra war also, see, Lord is not necessary to go get into the war with a mundane human being. But Lord declared that let me come to the war field, because he wanted to re-establish the Dharma through Pandavas. So he was, since Pandavas are the pure devotees of the Lord, then Lord took them as a weapon, as an instrument, and he established that Mahabharata, the Kurukshetra war, and he made them one. But the original one by Lord, because Lord wanted to destroy all the demonic activities people. So that is to re-establish the Dharma. But Lord used them as an instrument. Pandavas as an instrument, because they are the pure devotee of the Lord. In the another case, see, if you same Lord, when he was at the young age in the sense after his birth, when we came to Nandagopal's house, when he was in the Vrindavana, if you see his qualities, he was always with his friends, all the Braja, the people in the Braja, Gopa, Gopis, everybody very affectionate with Krishna, and even the cows also affectionate with Krishna. All were in the mood of only Krishna. They had a second thought. The Vrindavana, when Lord had descended in the material world, as he born as in the covered boy, he was playing that role, covered boy role. That time, the entire Vrajabhumi, they are centered around Krishna only. Everyone worked for the pleasure of Krishna. Yes, they are the great associates of the Lord. So even though they are great associates of the Lord, that time they were associated, personally they were associated. Nobody aware that they are associating with the Supreme Lord. They took him as one of them, and they gave lot of love to Krishna, and the reciprocation also from the Lord also it was happened there that time. So that is the quality of the Lord. If you are giving something, if you are giving the love towards the Lord, Lord also reciprocate it is 1,000 times. And in the Brahma Vimohan Lila, after Brahma Vimohan Lila, Brahma was asking the Lord, see, all this Brajabhumi people who are all the Gopa Gopis, everyone giving their love means they don't have very unlimited life. They are always thinking about you only. Since even though this Brajabhumi, it is in the material world, people are, but nobody in the Braja, not even a single person, have the material consciousness. They are not thinking about their house, they are not thinking about relatives, they are not thinking about their friends, but always their brain, their mind, always thinking about you only. And they always want to serve you with love and devotion. So how are you going to give how do you going to repay this debt? He was asking Krishna, how you can repay? Because these people are innocent people, but still they are covered with always thinking about you only. How we are going to repay this? And also, even though this Brajabhumi, it is in the material world, since you are also there in this material world, appear in this material world, you made this Brajabhumi as a spiritual world. There is no difference between the spiritual world where you are in the Goloka Vrindavana and this Vrindavana in the material world. You made that. You came over there, and by the reciprocation of love, exchange of love between you and your devotees, the entire place became a Vrindavana here, Vrindavan, the spiritual world, like a spiritual world only. That thing, not even a tinge of material consciousness there in your place. Like that, Brahma was glorifying the Lord. So that means Brahma was the Lord Kṛṣṇa, wherever he appears, that place become the spiritual world. Because he has the Satchidananda Vigraha. He is full of spiritual. His body is full of spiritual, his mind, his thinking, everything is full of spiritual. There is no duality in the Lord. So that is the reason wherever Lord appears, that place become spiritual. And whenever we are calling the Lord by chanting the holy name, that place also Lord appears. But we may not able to understand, we may not able to have the consciousness to understand that. But whenever we are chanting the holy name of the Lord, Lord appears in that place, because Lord is so merciful that whoever the person, knowingly, unknowingly they calling, Lord has the consciousness. Because we may not have the consciousness of the Lord, but Lord has the consciousness. So some may be with favor, some may be without, it's opposite to the Lord. Enmity way they will call the Lord. Then the Lord will appear there also, because they call the name. The Lord will do whatever the Sukriti supposed to, they chanted his name, he will give that Sukriti to him, even for the atheist also. So recently I heard that there's a big argument happened on the Rama temple opening in Ayodhya. That time the parliament, the people, there are some atheistic people out there in the parliament also. All the MPs, all the devotees of the Lord Ram, everybody chanting. Once the parliament started, everyone chanting Jai Shri Ram, like that. These people, they are making fun of that. And one of the minister, he was speaking in in a public meeting. He was saying that all the MPs, all the other people are there, they see Ram, we not chanted that. Like that he was saying, we don't like Ram like that. But Lord, even he will give the mercy to that person also, because he was enemitically way, he took the name of the Lord. Couple of times he chanted the Jai Shri Ram. All the people are chanting Jai Shri Ram, like that he was saying. So since he take that name of the Lord consider as that is also okay. At least they chanted the name, my name. So let me give some mercy to them. So Lord is that much so merciful. Even the person is inimically way, he was speaking about the Lord. Very low level, he was speaking about the Lord. Atheistic way, Lord, since he take the name, my name, I am giving the mercy to them. Like that, Lord is considering. So that is why the Lord is so merciful. So the devotees of the Lord, the pure devotees of the Lord, never think that it is because they are qualified for that, for the God's love. Always their mood will be like that only. So today we will see that the sloka, not sloka, it's a prayer written by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He is the father of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj is the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So now I just reading the translation. See what is his mood of the pure devotee? We can understand that from this. Just I'm reading the translation. First, in truth, all things belong to you. He was praying to the Lord. All things, in truth, all things belong to you. No jiva is ever the owner of anything. The tiny soul wanders in this world mistakenly thinking in terms of agam. I am this material body and mind, and mama, everything related to this body is mine. Thus, he suffers the consequences of both sorrow and fear. So here he is telling that, Lord, that is the reality is everything belongs to you. Nothing belongs to the spirit, our soul, normal human beings. But what we are thinking, that this is mine, because of our material connectivity with the body and mind, we are thinking that this is mine, agam and mama. Everything is related to body is mine, like that we are thinking. So this is the foolishness that he is saying. Next, the conditioned soul thinks that all the things related to the false conception of I and mine are his exclusive treasures, calling them his own. His mind is firmly convinced of this gross delusion. Conditioned souls, we are the conditioned souls. We are thinking that falsely since we have the false conception, I and mine. So these are the exclusive treasures. Whatever the material things these are all things, our exclusive treasures. If somebody come and attack or take away from our something, then we are immediately will get angry. How can you take this? And if something is going away from us, then we will get sorrow. We are thinking that since we have the attachment with these material things, we are feeling that the ownership there. So this is the another thing. Next, he is saying, due to such vanity, so he is thinking, now he is talking about himself. Due to such vanity, I also fell into this material world. He is saying, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. He is not considering him as a devotee. He is saying that due to such vanity, I also fell into this material world, plundering in the ocean of mundane existence like a drowning man. I suffer the pangs of rising and sinking in that ocean. So he is saying that the material world is a kind of a big ocean. In that, I also fell into that. Because of I and mine, that mentality, I also fall into this. So I am singing, sometimes I am singing and sometimes I am racing in this ocean. Like that I am suffering. He was suffering in that because somebody fell in the ocean, for breath and to take this, they will suffer. Sometimes he will go into the water, then they'll feel the breathlessness, and sometimes they'll try to come out from the water, then they will breathe. So like that, the person who fell in the sea, the ocean, how they will suffer. Similar way, I am also suffering in this material world. That is the way the pure devotee of the Lord Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was singing the prayer. And again, he is saying that, I take shelter at your lotus feet, which deliver one from fear, and dedicated the whole of myself to you on this day. So he was saying that I am taking the shelter of your lotus feet, so that so that if I take the shelter of your lotus feet, that will deliver one from the fear. That is the reason I am dedicating my whole of myself and your lotus feet. Today I am dedicated myself. Again, he is singing. Again, he is saying that the false conception of thinking in terms of I and mine has left me now. May it never again find a place to settle within my heart. So he was praying again. So now, after understanding your lotus feet, after catch hold of your lotus feet, I am thinking that the false conception of I and mine that are left from me, I never again, it should not come into my heart. That's what he is praying again. Again, he was saying, please give me the strength alone, O Lord, that I may be able to keep the false consumption of I and mine far away. So he is praying to the Lord, please give me the strength so that I can keep the I and my false consumption away from myself. He was saying. So again, last, may the mood of self-surrender to you remain firmly fixed in my heart and not prove to be momentary like the cleanliness of an elephant after a bath. So whatever the mood, currently I am in the self-surrender mood unto your lotus feet. Let it be firm, remain firm, continuously, constantly fixed. And he is giving the example of the elephant bath. So the elephant get into the river and it will take bath. It will clean himself. And once the elephant come out from the river, then immediately whatever the mud surrounding that, and it will put it on his body. So it went into the river to clean himself, but he went immediately after coming out, immediately he took the mud and put it there. But there is no use of took the bath. So I don't want to into that kind of mood, elephant kind of mood, taking the cleansed myself to surrendering into you. Immediately my mood will change so that I will come back to my I and mine conception. So I don't want to that kind of mood like that. He was praying. Again, he was saying, Bhakti Vinodha, see, last time, he's the Bhakti Vinodha, he's saying that Bhakti Vinodha begs at your lotus feet of Lord Nityananda for that grace which causes all illusory concept of false pride to flee. So now, Bhakti Vinodha Thakur, he's saying that I am the Bhakti Vinodha, I'm surrendering into I'm begging into the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Because of his grace, all the illusory concept and the false pride, let them flee from me. Like that, he was praying to the Lord. So this is the quality of the pure devotee of the Lord. He is the pure devotee of the Lord. Even in all the Gaudiya Vaisnavas altar, you can see his photo, and we are praying to him. We are praying him as a great spiritual master. He is a Prem Acharya. We are calling him as a Prem Acharya. Even though, and he's one of the another example that he is also a householder. He was also a householder. He had more than 10 children. Some 13 children he had. And in that, out of 13, 4 children become sannyasi. So that is the even, and he was working, it's not that he was fully devoted to the Lord. He was doing the devotional service as well as he was worked as a magistrate. When the British was there, that time he was a magistrate. So we can't say that, we can't escape that I'm not fully dedicated to the Lord so that I can spend as a devotee. This person, he was one of the exemplary way he lived his life. He was a magistrate as well as he did a bhakti. He was a pure devotee of the Lord. Still, we are remembering him, we are keeping him in our altar, we are praying to him. That is the way that pure devotees of the Lord, they will give the one of the glimpse to us. Okay, how the material world we can live, even though you become a grahastha, because we have many reasons to avoid to say why I am not continuing bhakti properly. Because I have the office work, this work, that work, I have the family commitments, so I unable to do the bhakti. But this person, even though Bhakti Vinod Thakur, even though he is a pure devotee of the Lord, he was continued. He is with his family. You remember, you just imagine 13 children. He had 13 children. He was a magistrate. That time he was a great magistrate. He even not able to come out from his house. That much busy he was. So the British government, what they did, they put a train track towards his house so that people who wanted to get the judgment, they directly they can go to his home, and there only, we don't want to waste his time. So that much busy person, still we are glorifying him till today as a great devotee of the Lord. He is a pure devotee of the Lord. Why? Because of his determination, his detachment, even though he has family, along with the family, with the detachment, and also his humble mood. See his prayers, he was admitting that I fallen into the material world because of my I and mine mood. Now I catch hold of your lotus feet. Please don't let them not come to me. That is the prayers. That's the intense prayers. That kind of, when we are reading this prayer, we also have this kind of prayer towards the Lord. So our prayer, Lord may not listen, but the pure devotee like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, if you repeat his same prayers, then Lord may, because is a pure devotee, the same thing, why this person also repeating? So the Lord immediately will turn towards us. So that is the quality of the Lord. Lord always ready to respond for the calls of his pure devotees. So the same sound, if you call them, definitely Lord will turn towards us also. And here, Prabhupada, again, if you see the Prabhupada also, when he reached America, he established so many temples, 108 temples, he roaming around with this thing, that thing. Then the reporters are asking him, oh Swamiji, you become a world famous, you establish this and that. Then he told, then he humbly, Prabhupada told, and you are the great, you are like a god, like that. Then Prabhupada humbly told, I am not a god, I am the servant of the God. I am the servant of the God, like that he told. Then later also he told, I am trying to be a servant of the God. This is because of my spiritual master ordered me that take this Krishna consciousness to the Western countries, English speaking countries, since I am the English graduate. So he asked me to spread this knowledge because his knowledge, because of his prayers, I was able to do. He was saying that I did all those things. He didn't say that. He gave all his credit to his spiritual master. Because of his words, because of his prayers, and I am able to do all those things like that. Prabhupada humbly said. So that is the mode of a pure devotee. See, they never take the credit on their own. They will give the credit to the Lord, or they will give the credit to this Guru. That is the way they will always live in this material world. On here in this particular sloka today, what we discussed here, even though the Parīkṣit Maharaj, he is the qualified pure devotee of the Lord, what he is saying that he is giving the credit to these forefathers. Because my forefathers, the Pandavas, whose sons of Pāṇḍu, they are the friends, they are the relative to Kṛṣṇa. That's the reason Lord is giving mercy on me. Why Lord is mercy on me? He is saying, because of at the time of death, Lord sent the pure devotee, Sukadeva Goswami there. So this is the Lord's mercy. So because of my forefathers' pious credit, I am getting this opportunity to associate with the pure devotee like Sukadeva Goswami, and all this credit goes to my forefathers, like that he was saying. He was not saying that I am the pure devotee, I detached everything, I came over here. He didn't say that. He was giving the credit to the other person means his forefathers. He is giving the credit to forefathers because of their piety work. Since they are the pure devotee of the Lord, he is getting since I am the relative to them, I am also getting the mercy of the Lord, like that he was saying. And here Prabhupada is giving the example of Hiraṇyakaśipu. So here Prabhupada is saying that if in a family, if one person become a pure devotee of the Lord will take care of all the family members, even though the person is a non-devotee. So he was giving the example of Hiraṇyakaśipu. So Hiraṇyakaśipu, he was an atheist. He was against Lord. But his son, Prahlāda Maharaj, he was become a great pure devotee of the Lord. So he promised, when the Hiraṇyakaśipu, when he killed the Hiraṇyakaśipu, that time, he assured Prahlāda Maharaj that I never ever going to kill any of your descendants. Never going, even though if they may be a demon, they may be a non-devotees, but nobody is going to kill after this. Like that, he promised to Prahlāda Maharaj. So that is the way it is said in the scriptures that if one person become a pure devotee, the 21 generation get the benefit, even though they are not a pure, they are not in the devotional service. They will get a taste of it, and there's a chance will be given to the 21 generation, like that. And here Prahlāda Maharaj, since Prahlāda Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord, he gave liberation to the father Hiraṇyakaśipu, even though he is a great demon. Lord not seeing that, okay, he is a demon. No, he was seeing giving the priority to the Prahlāda Maharaj. He is a great devotee. His father should get the liberation. That's the reason he gave the liberation to Hiraṇyakaśipu. Even though he killed in the cruel manner, he got killed in the cruel manner with his nails. He tore his stomach, and he take out his intestines and put it as a garland in his neck. Narasimhadev, he did that. And the Acharya is saying that See, Narasimhadev, not in the anger, he put the intestine in his neck. He was saying that, see, it is said in the scriptures, the Jivatma, the Atma, the soul, it is entering to the human body. The other, suppose we are getting the sons and daughter, we are become potent. How we have become potent? Because of the food grains, what we are eating. Through that, the souls are entering into our body, and it will go to the woman's body, then the baby will form. So since this Prahlāda Maharaj going through, when he was before birth, he was going through, because through the food grain, going through the intestine of Hiraṇyakaśipu. So that's why he took that. This is the way Prahlāda Maharaj went into the stomach of Hiraṇyakaśipu. So he took that as a garland and used them as a garland. So that is to glorify the pure devotee like a Prahlāda Maharaj. So that is the way. If a person is becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, he don't want to. That's what Prabhupada is assuring. He is telling that. Thus, the devotee has no need to bother about his family members, even if one leaves such family members aside and to discharge devotional service. If one person is coming out from his family, he is continuing his devotional service, then that time also, Lord will take care of the entire family. There are so many examples are there. One of the ISKCON Guru is a spiritual master. He's currently in Coimbatore. His name is Bhakti Vinod Maharaj. And Bhakti Vinod Maharaj is a disciple of His Holiness Jayapada Swami Maharaj. And he was spreading the Krishna consciousness in Coimbatore area in Tamil Nadu. So when he was working as one of the engineer in Bangalore, he was an engineering graduate. He was working as an engineer in Bangalore. He had 4 sisters, and he is the only earning person in the home. He has to earn and he has to take care of the family. He has to get married them, the 4 girls, 4 sisters. He is supposed to do. But when he was working, then he got connected with a pure devotee like His Holiness Jayapada Swami Maharaj. He got the contact, then immediately he wanted to join Krishna consciousness. Then he fully dedicated his life. He lost his job. But later, if you see, miraculously, all his 4 sisters got married properly with even though if he work and if he earn that much, he may not able to spend, he may not able to take care of that much, the marriage he may not able to did that kind of marriage. But the marriage happened in that way. So the Lord will, even though it is material, if one person is taking the devotional service fully, completely, he dedicated himself, automatically their family members also will take it. You don't want to worry about that. So there are many examples for that. So the pure devotional service is our goal of life, so that we should not take the credit. Okay, I'm doing the chanting, I'm the pure devotee. It's not like that. It is because of our previous acharyas, the mercy, we are able to chant now. So we need to give the credit to the previous acharyas and the spiritual master. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.